My loves, good morning and wow, good morning. Embarrassing. Good evening and happy Friday, my loves. Right. Did you guys have a good Friday? I get it. Alright. So I was thinking, a very traumatic story. I was like, okay, you know what, let's reflect today and then we can continue tomorrow. I should put a trigger warning before I post these because it's my intention is not to trigger y'all. I really hope you understand. I'm just trying to share my testimony of how God reached his hand out to me in particularly difficult times. So for those of you who are triggered, my sincerest apologies. It's really not my intention to trigger you. I remember when I was going through the divorce, and I'm obviously going to share my healing journey. And is it doing the eyelash thing? Oh yeah, it is. And I couldn't watch. There's nothing that would trigger me, like videos of people who are getting married, or like having a baby, like the pregnancy and all of those videos to trigger me. And I knew that I was healed when I could watch those, like Mahuntipa 20 and all of that stuff. I could watch it on social media and still not feel like icky. That's when I knew I'd healed. So my sincerest apologies to those of you who are triggered. It's really not my intention. So just because of that, I won't continue with the intended part 15. Let's do a review and then I'll continue with the story properly tomorrow. Right? So I'd like for us to just recap on a couple of things right at this point. So there's a few things that I keep remembering because when I was in therapy, after some time, you learn that you can't nitpick on everything, right? Certain things in my mind I just let go of. Let me share what some of those things are. There was a Valentine's Day where I went to American Swiss. Someone said, you know those army necklaces where you can have like names engraved and whatnot, and I couldn't find one, so I got a bracelet. So I called his sister and I was like, can I send you some pictures? Let me know what you think your brother would like. And I sent it to her and she picked something that she thought he would like, and I was like, are you sure? She was like, yep, he's gonna love it. I'm like, okay. Went, I bought it, got American Swiss, I remember, and I went to Pick and Pay. I was looking for a Superman shirt and I didn't find one, so I took a cartoon one, and then I went to go buy a helium balloon with his initials. And so I'm the kind of person, when I've bought you something, I can't wait until the day. Like, I can't wait till like your birthday or Valentine's Day. I just gotta give it to you. Young Lom, I just love seeing the people who are like happy. And I think, that day after I got everything, I went to the house. We weren't living together at that point. I think we were just engaged. And I did a little setup. And then I remember on the card I wrote, if I wrote a book about where we stand, the title of my book would be Life with Superman. Guys, I'm a lover. I'm a real lover. God gave me the capacity, man. So anyway, I was spreading love at the time. No regrets. Before I knew what happened, but no regrets. Anyway, let me explain. And I get to the apartment, and then I do like the setup on the bed and everything with the gift and the helium balloon, everything, the card and everything. And I leave. I go home, and I send him a text. I'm like, hey, I left a little something special for you. I really hope you like it. And later that evening, brothers gets home, and he was just like, so we don't do balloons. They're bad for the environment. I don't like jewelry, but thanks. And the shirt, I guess, thanks. I got a lecture about how balloons are bad for the environment because they're not biodegradable. That bracelet, he took it and he threw it in, the armrest. And it eventually got thrown out with some stuff because I was just like, it hurts me every time I open the armrest. I see it just sitting there. I'd rather just throw it out. And here is the card, and he said thanks. And then obviously the lecture, I got the lecture. So I was not allowed to get balloons, and he didn't, therefore did not buy me balloons. So I remember all I wanted last year, my birthday, were balloons, because I never got that. I was not allowed to have it. To this day, I think on my birthday this year, I didn't have anyone with me on my birthday, but I had so much peace. I didn't have a birthday party. I didn't have people around me. It was my 30th birthday. I was by myself. I didn't get anything for my birthday, but I still had the most peaceful 30th birthday because I had my sanity and I had peace. I didn't have money. I wasn't going to broke off invoices because I wanted to go to Cape Town, and God save no, but it's fine. I didn't do anything on my birthday. The gift that God gave me this year was my peace. My peace. So there's little nuances like that, like of things that were just hurtful and painful. And in 2024, in order to try and make up, because we weren't living together, he got me a balloon. It's late. Because he's like, hey, got your Valentine's Day gift, please come get it. I went, and it was a balloon. I was like, oh, so now because you're trying to make up for some stuff, now you got me a balloon, cute, but no thanks. So, okay, I'll give one last little thing. The time where I was looking at properties, and I was like, I saved some that I really, really liked, which fell within what we could afford. And I was like, my love, it's like I like having a vision board, so we know what we're working towards. A vision board doesn't have to be like a physical picture in a magazine. We can do it like on Pinterest, or just have goals together of what we want to achieve, type of a thing. So I was like, I've been looking at these houses. Show me the kind of houses that you like, so we could narrow down our top 10. So at least one day in the future, we know what we're looking at, you know? And I'm just looking at houses, and I'm looking at houses because I'm tired of living in an apartment. Yes, we own it, but I was just tired. And also there's another reason. It wasn't safe. I can't retell the story, because if I retell the story, people who know me from my Twitter days will know exactly what I'm talking about. It was no longer safe for us to live there because there was a security issue there. But man didn't care, because I could have traveled, and I was the one who had to live with the reality of there being danger lurking where we were staying. And I was viewing these houses, and one day I'm like, yo, my love, these are like the top 5 ones that I like. I just wanted to show you so you have an idea of what my taste is. Guy loses his stuff. He was just like, why am I trying to force him to look at these properties here? And he's sick and he's tired. He's not looking for a house. Why can I force that again? He's not ready to buy a house. And I'm like, I'm not asking you to buy a house. I'm just showing you so we have something to work towards. Because anyway, I can't pick a gilly one. It's gonna be like a wee thing. So at some point, I just stopped trying. Like with romantic gestures, I just stopped. After the Valentine's Day thing, I just stopped. I stopped cooking. I remember when I was at home, I used to cook, and then he would drive past like work, or like crowds everything, sorry. And he would come get food, so that he's got food for the next day, or lunch for the next day. I stopped doing all of that. I'm a lover, guys, and God gave me like vast capacity, like a big heart. And there's people who, so if I have this much love, there's people who've got this much love. So my love, like when I love them and I try to pour into them, it'll be overwhelming because they only have this much capacity. So I also can't be mad, because just because I've got a big heart and a lot of love and you can't receive that, that's on you. That is on you. It's got nothing to do with me. So yeah, I'm actually not sour about it. I think when I talk about it now, I get touched because I'm hearing how strong I had to be in that time. And I have so much peace now. I can't imagine going through all that again. No, I cannot. Asked, am I not afraid? Oh, I did respond. Someone asked, am I not afraid that he might see this either here on TikTok or on Twitter? And my response was no. No, I'm not scared. Or I don't have a fear. I don't fear him. The only fear that I have is for the Lord. The only fear and reverence that I have is for the Lord. Right? Jesus Christ. And the reason why I say that is because you cannot hurt someone And then when they tell their story, you want to be like, type of a thing. He knows exactly what he did to me. And I've forgiven him. But because it happened to me, I have the right to share the story. Because the story is mine. The serums like they do this. I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah, no, I'm not afraid. I'm not. I'm not. Okay. To go healing from the traumas. Take a little time so that tomorrow I can just pile on just a little bit more. Alright? Because I'm hoping that by Sunday I will have closed off 2023 so we can start with 2024. Just when you think fail. Bye-bye, my loves. Have a good evening. And I'm genuinely trying to traumatize you guys less today. I feel so bad. God bless you all.